All set? Fantastic. Good evening, one and all. Good evening from Fort Bliss. We're streaming this program live to many around the world, many installations that do not have a Hanukkah observance, and it's a pleasure to share here from Fort Bliss. Let me just briefly introduce myself. My name is Lieutenant Scott Klein, and I'm very, very privileged to serve as the Jewish lay leader here on Fort Bliss, as well as supporting over the next 8 days of Hanukkah, supporting many observances at Holloman Air Force Base, at White Sands Missile Range, and even to our friends down in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. But a couple of quick announcements before I just share a couple of quick words and then introduce what you're all here tonight to light the and bring in the first night of Hanukkah here on Fort Bliss. So this is the first of several observances that we will have in the Fort Bliss area. Tonight we are obviously lighting in just a moment with the help of the Garrison Commander. We're going to light the first night of Hanukkah, the first candle. But on Friday night, on December 3rd at 1900, as we do each and every week here in Chapel 3, we'll bring in Shabbat, but a very special Shabbat. We will start at 1900 with the assistance of CSM Mike Williams from 1st Armored Division, and I know he's somewhere over there, CSM Jerry Jacobitz as well from 32nd AAMDC. You get the props for being here tonight, so I appreciate that, and I know you'll join us up here in just a moment. So we'll light the fifth night of Hanukkah. That night we're going to start with lighting the menorah, head in for our service, and then we have a beautiful Hanukkah celebration, a fellowship meal in the back. So please join us for that again on Friday, December 3rd. And then, and I know my good friend Chaplain Pete Mosman is here from the Mobilization Division, and we are going to have another menorah lighting on Sunday nights to close out Hanukkah at the McGregor Chapel. So we've got a lot of events, and I'll be a road warrior this week between a couple of different installations, again, sharing the light and the festivities of Hanukkah. So it is an honor to light the first light of Hanukkah. I say this each and every night in the chapel, each night of Shabbat, that a little bit of light pushes away a lot of darkness. We know that I always use this analogy, but on the way out to McGregor, I've made that trip a couple of times. And if you turn your headlights off for just a moment, you'll see pitch black. You know, all that it takes is just a little bit of light. And we all know that throughout the year, we all go through a lot, and a lot of challenges and tribulations. The light of Hanukkah is a sign that all it takes is a little bit of light to push away a lot of darkness, a little bit of good to push away a lot of evil. And the story of Hanukkah really tells of the military heroism and the divine intervention, really, that secured our ancient forefathers' religious and political freedom in the land of Israel. It's a story that has been celebrated by and captured the imagination of all Americans, all the way back to the founding fathers, all the way back to George Washington. There's actually a legend that says that there was a Jewish soldier in the Continental Army that explained the meaning of Hanukkah to George Washington. Whether that's a true story or not, I don't know. But I will tell you that at West Point, which was founded in the early 1800s, there is a statue of Judah the Maccabee that's standing and was erected, and it celebrates Judah the Maccabee and the symbolism of military might. So again, whether this is your first Hanukkah celebration or you've been celebrating for years and years, tonight is really about freedom. Tonight there's a strong message, and it's a strong message. We have so many senior leaders that are here gathered with us to celebrate this, actually for the very first time, this beautiful menorah that we are lighting for the first Hanukkah here on Fort Bliss. And I want to give a shout out and a special thank you, and please give a round of applause to my good friend Major Casey Wolf, who actually erected this menorah over here, fixed it already once, and very, very grateful for that. And certainly everything about this chapel, I'm happy to give a tour after we finish this this lighting. It is a Hanukkah miracle. So with that, sir, Colonel Colonel Brady, if you can join me up front. And CSM Jacobitz, can you join me as well? We're going to light the menorah. I'm going to start with the blessings. If you know the words, please feel free to recite along. Then we will light the switch for the very first time, sing a couple of songs. And again, we've got a selfie station. We've got gingerbread cookies. We've got Hanukkah packages for one and all. Please make sure you take a picture with those Hanukkah cards that came from so many amazing families and children from around the country. So, as is tradition, I'll recite the blessing, and then what we're going to do is we're going to slide this up, press the button twice for the first night of Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem ba'azman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechiyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Now, gentlemen, press that button twice. Oh, fantastic. Round of applause.
Good evening. Yeah, my name is Colonel Jim Brady. I'm the Garrison Commander. For those that have not met me, it's a privilege to be here tonight to celebrate with you. I would first like to recognize Lieutenant Scott Klein for having the energy behind this operation. We get a lot of feedback. Okay, maybe I think we're good. So I'd like to offer a round of applause for him. For what he's done. I'm representing the Fort Bliss Senior Commander, Major General John Bernabe, and again, it's a privilege to be here to start off the Festival of Lights, Hanukkah. As Scott mentioned, it is a celebration of religious freedom, and he also mentioned that the country and the Army in Fort Bliss celebrates that with you as well. And this goes along with the opportunity to focus on people. People first is the current priority in the Army. We want to make sure that those that are seeking their religious freedom have the opportunity to worship. And so I'll end with thanks again for this outstanding opportunity to light the menorah. I know this is the second dedication of the menorah. Last year was the first. And so hopefully many more. And I wish you a great week. Oh, by the way, I checked the weather. It's going to be awesome. So thank you. Sorry.
So I didn't come prepared to give a speech. So thanks. Appreciate it. But as a soldier that first came to Fort Bliss in 1997, we've had this center here for a while, and it's gone from heights to lows. But now it's open. The doors are open, and the menorah light is shining in Fort Bliss, and I think that's amazing. And it is people first, but also the chief staff will say that winning matters. And I think for the Jewish population, our Jewish soldiers, and our community, having the menorah lit here on Fort Bliss is absolutely winning. So thank you, sir, for everything that you've done to help get this our center, our chapel, up and running again. And just the fantastic job that you've done throughout the community, supporting everything from Ironclad to all the initiatives in 32nd. We just really appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, as promised, a short program, but please stick around. We've got packages. I learned this in Jewish tradition. Pretty much, we came, we fought. It was a celebration of freedom, and then the last part of it, we ate. So please grab a bite to eat, grab a package. We've got so much for you. And if you'd like, I'll give a tour of the chapel. I know I see a lot of new faces over here. But again, happy Hanukkah, Hanukkah Sameach. And as you can see on the window over there, whether you spell it with a ch or you spell it with a h, it's a celebration nonetheless. Happy Hanukkah.